Hi everyone, welcome back to another Tuesday doodle. And in these videos, I just kind of like draw stuff in my sketchbook based on your suggestions from the previous week, and also talk about some art related topic also based on your suggestions. So if you have anything for next week, please leave it in the comments. But this time, a lot of people have been telling me to draw squirrels, and I think that's a great idea. So I'm gonna do that. And I want to talk about perfection, or like how nothing can be perfect in art, or how sometimes you just have to accept mistakes, stuff like that. So to kind of demonstrate this, I'm going to be using a brush pen. Just go straight in with the inking pen, and this is like a really good way to just accept your mistakes because you can't erase ink. So I think a hard thing that a lot of artists deal with is worrying about things being perfect. And this is me, like, in my life. I'm such a perfectionist. I always make sure everything's the way I want it to be, and when it isn't, then I just feel like it's not my best work. And lately, I've been learning to kind of accept mistakes in my art, except for when I'm doing Inktober, and I feel like obligated to post something that I made, even though I really don't like it. This doesn't look like a squirrel. Okay, so yeah, when I have to post things for Inktober, when I'm like finished doing it, and then I like notice all the mistakes, I just post it, and it can be so hard to post something that you just don't feel good about, because then other people are gonna see it, and you don't want them to like think that you think it's like really good when you know that it's not that good. I think whenever any artist posts anything, maybe not every single artist, but a lot of artists want to make sure it's like something that they're proud of. Even if it's a fast sketch, you want it to be something that you feel good about. And posting things that you don't feel good about can be really hard, especially like around Inktober when you're finished for the day and you gotta post it. Or if you're just like, you haven't posted something in a while and you feel like everything you've done you shouldn't post because it's not good. I think there's a difference between thinking something, like wanting something to be perfect, or like having like unfinished things, because I think you can still be proud of unfinished stuff. But if you have something that is finished or unfinished that has a lot of errors in it, like actual things wrong with it that you just really aren't proud of, that's different than posting like a scribbly sketch, because some scribbly sketches actually look really nice. And I think with sketchbook work, it can be really easy to kind of like want everything to look super nice and super good and polished and like well put together. But I think it's also important to like not worry too much about how your sketchbook looks. Like, look at this page so far. It's a bunch of mice, but like this one's a little weird, that one's a little weird. What's going on with his head there is way too big, but I'm gonna leave it. But if something looks so horrible and I just like can't stand to look at it, I'll block it off. Or you can even get some of this, like a sticky note, and just cover it like that, and then you can just draw on that instead. I might do that. It kind of saves more space instead of just blacking out everything that you hate. Like, if something is really bothering you in your sketchbook, just get rid of it. If it's filled with stuff that you hate, or if it has a couple things that you don't like, you're not going to feel like excited about your sketchbook. And I think being excited about your sketchbook is a good thing, because then you're going to want to draw on it more. I'm not sure how an artist can start to accept that not everything is perfect. I watched a video by Jake Parker, the creator of Inktober, in case you didn't know that. And it's called Finished, Not Perfect. I'll link it in the description so you can see. And I think it's really useful because he talks about how there's a difference between something being perfect and something being finished. And finished doesn't mean perfect. Because like, you might overwork something, or you might not have the skills yet to finish something. And something that's finished is better. Like, if you don't have a product, then you don't really have anything. So that's why it's good to be able to finish things and not worry about how perfect it is. Just try your best and make a finished product, and not a perfect product. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think that kind of mentality kind of helped me, especially watching his videos. He does like art chats, and I think it's really helpful. And he also made Inktober, which is pretty cool. And I find if you worry about stuff being perfect and super clean and super nice, you actually might run the risk of having really stiff drawings. And that happens to me all the time. Like, that happens to everybody, where you overwork something and you sketch so much on something and you just keep perfecting it that eventually you realize, oh, this is so stiff, like the pose is stiff. I find sketches have so much energy, and that's why people tend to like their sketches more than their actual final product, because it loses the sense of movement or the sense of, I don't know, like intuition or expressiveness, if that makes sense. So I think it's important to not try to make everything flawless, but try to just make things. I think that is really important, because if you're worried about things being perfect, you're never ever going to be happy about anything you do, because it's never going to be good enough, because perfection doesn't really exist. I'm going to try another squirrel here. I really want to learn how to draw animals. I say this a lot though, because I always draw people. I draw people all the time. But now I find I'm drawing too many animals and not enough people. I've never been an artist to draw a lot of animals though, so it's okay. I like to draw them realistically and then find ways to kind of make them like cartoony, because I love making stuff look really cute and cartoony. I can't see his feet in this one, so... There, I put a sticky note on top of my mistake, and now I can just draw on it like this. Acorns come from oak trees, so why not do a leaf? It's also helpful to look up skeletons of stuff, just to see what's going on under all that fur. Oh my gosh, squirrel skeletons are so weird. That's so interesting. I should look up more animal skeletons. It's so cool. So I really hope you found this video interesting. Let me know stuff you want me to talk about for next week, and things you want me to draw for next week, because I'm always looking for suggestions. And just remember, like, things don't have to look perfect. Like, look at this squiggly squirrel and these mouse sketches I did earlier. Everything that I used I'll list in the description if you're interested. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this and listening to this, and I'll see you in my next video.